Okay, so let's have a look at Everybody Hurts by R.E.M. It's a really nice part to learn, and I think for a beginner it really exposes how your chords are sounding, because a lot of the times when you're strumming chords like this, you probably think, oh, that sounds pretty good, but when you pick through the notes, you're realising that actually some of them are half muted, so you can't really pick that up when you strumming it really hard. So it's good, it's a good song because it involves picking out notes, so it really helps you to see if the chords are clear enough. Alright, so let's dive straight into the chords. We've got a D chord, first finger on the third string, second finger down at the bottom, third in between but on the second string. Okay, and then we go from to a G. So a little nice move for this is to put your fourth finger underneath the third there first. So you see the fourth there. So you're keeping the third finger the same. If you notice on a D, the third finger's there on the third fret, second string. And then you move these two up here. So if you watch my hands here, so D, I'll put my little finger on and move them up. Ultimately, you want to do that in one move, like that. So D, little finger on, them up. Okay, so from this G, we got a G over F sharp, which is here. So G meaning we need a G chord, which is there. F sharp meaning the bass note, the deepest note, has to be an F sharp. So if you watch my fingers, I move my first finger up to the top string on the second fret. So it goes G. See that? So G to G over F sharp. On its own, it doesn't sound too impressive, but in a sequence, it's really nice. So G, G over F sharp to E minor gives a nice stepping stone down to the next chord. So we got an E minor here, and then we got an A chord. So you move that E minor down a string, and you got this A. Okay, so they're all the chords. Let's jump straight into the song here. So this is in 6/8 time. What that means is you've got to count in groups of sixes. Normally, if you're new to music, you're used to counting everything in fours. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, and that seems very natural, but really you can count in any amount of numbers. And another popular one, probably the second populist to the 4/4, is 6/8. So you would count that as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now the emphasis on 6/8 is on the 1 and the 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Whereas in 4/4 it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so when I play this riff, I'm going to count. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1. So you can hear when I say 1, it starts the bar again. Okay, so if you put a D chord on, you can see you start picking from the 4th string and just pick all the way down to this 1st string in a nice line. So you don't have to move your fingers. Once you put a D chord on, these are the fret numbers you just given. So when you put your D on there, you keep that down and you pluck from the 4th string and go. So pluck down 4 strings and then back up. So you come back up to the 3rd string there, and if you notice, it repeats that twice. So once you've got that, you just repeat it twice. Now to move to the G, we're going to put our little finger on here and move these two up. And the first little move in the G is the top string on the 3rd fret, and then the 4th string and the 3rd string, they're zeros, they're the 2 middle strings. So that's what that should sound like. And then the next bit of the G, you would just be picking from the 1st string up 3 strings. So you're left with this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Remember, it's a count of 6, and that does that 2 times. So. Right, okay. Now that happens 5 lots of times, going from the D to the G. I'm just going to do it 2 lots so you can hear it. So. Back to D. Oops, made a little mistake at the end. Alright, so then once you've done that 5 times, it does this on the 6th time. So the D's as normal. You do 1 lot of G, and then you're left with it plays 1 lot of G here, but just on these 3 notes, and then the G over F sharp. So on this G here, it's like normal, and the G over F sharp, put your first finger on the top string, 2nd fret, and go hit the 2 middle strings, the 4th and the 3rd string. So this little bit at the end would go like this. Let's do that again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What you don't want to do is have a pause in between them, like do 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 do. It's got to be constant. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If you count out loud, it forces you to be in time, and even counting in your head can wave a time. So it's no good. You got to be physical with your counting at first. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so putting that together with a G here first, so it'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 1. Okay. Right. So then we're on an E minor chord for the chorus. So get our E minor, and the first move's nice and easy. It's just picking down the top 3 strings from the 6th string downwards, and then you pick up from the 1st string. They'll all be 0. So don't let yourself. So it does that twice, if you can see there. So you go. And then we go to an A chord. So do a standard A, and then you pick from the 5th string down 3 strings, and then you pluck up 3 strings from the 1st string. So you go. And then it does plucking down. Here's what happens here. Put down 3 strings. See at the end. And then you hit a 0 on the 1st string, so you go. So you just stop there and you hit a 3-2 on the top string. That's giving you a little run down to the E minor again. So you got. And that leads you to another 2 lots of E minors. And then a set of A. So you notice you do 1 set of A, and then you hit the 0, the 5th string on the 0, and you just stop. So it goes. Sometimes, then back to the D. Okay, I'm going to play this E minor section here. So you got E minor. Let Obviously I'm playing it a tiny bit slower, but that's what you got to do when you're learning it. It's a better way to approach learning. Okay, so there's the first section. There's the second section. Just keep working through it, and I'll do another video maybe in a week or two where I'll do the singing the lyrics. So if you can master what to do with the chords when you look at the chords over the lyrics, then you'll know to pick through it. And it's quite a challenge at first to just pick through chords and sing. Rather than strumming, you can just let your hand go and sing. So this would be a nice little challenge. All right, thank you very much. Bye bye.